Hi guys, I'm going to show you how to fix this. On my live this morning I had some of the layers pull up. I was doing multi-layers and some of the layers pulled up, and I want to show you how to fix this. Show you that you don't panic, you just wipe it off and it can be fixed. So we have our seed packets here. They're 3 layers. The bottom layer is a very open area that is done in all white. And I'm going to fuzz this on this towel. This is our new fuzzing towel. And this is from our homegrown transfers. I'm going to put this right here on our board. This board has been waxed because it's a non-Chalk Couture board. You want to make sure that your transfer is laying down and there are no air bubbles under it. I'm going to use our bright white for this, and you want this to be the consistency of sour cream or yogurt. This was brand new when I first opened it, and it keeps thickening up. White is one of those colors that thickens really quickly. So I'm just spritzing a little bit of water in there and stirring it, getting it to the consistency of sour cream or yogurt. I'm going to put some on there, and then I'm going to squeegee that around, fill my area. I want to make sure that your screen here, your screen transfer is, and that is someone's hair. That would probably be my dog, or me. Don't put hair in it. It doesn't look good with hair in it. So I'm just spreading this around on the transfer, getting a nice smooth surface underneath. And then we're going to do another one over here. Okay, and I see an area that it's not quite filled in. Just going to squeegee that a little bit more. As you're pulling it up, you have the opportunity to do that to fix it before you take it all the way off. I'm going to put this over on this side, and I want it, when I lay it down, I want it to be in place because it does have chalk paste on the back, so it's kind of a one-shot thing. You could wash this so that you don't have to worry about that. And then you're going to push this down. It's going to get your fingers dirty. That's okay. That's what paper towels are for. That'll prevent it from going underneath, because earlier on my live, it went underneath. So just have some moist paper towels waiting so that you can wipe your fingers. So we're going to do our other open area. This is layered, and this has a number 1 at the bottom. So it tells you that this is layer number 1. So I'm just going to spread this around my transfer area. Get this nice and smooth. And then I'm going to pull my transfer. And it bubbles up a little bit. It's because this is such a big transfer. A big open area. Not big transfer, big open area. But it'll be fine. I'm going to dry this with a heat gun, and then we'll move on to our next part. This is going in my water bath. I have a water bath that is simply a container that has water in it. And I'm going to dry this now. So I'm using a heat gun. You can use a hair dryer, or you can just walk away for a few minutes, come back, whatever works for you. You're just going to keep it moving so that you don't bubble up your chalk paste. And then you just return it to room temperature. So I'm putting it on air so it can just blow just straight air. You want to make sure that it's dry, and you want to make sure that it's back to room temperature. You do not want to put your transfers onto a heated surface. You will damage them. Okay, so the next thing, we're going to put peas over here, and we're going to put radishes here. So we're going to fuzz these because of it being layered. And I'm going to just stick both of these on here. And we're going to wax between the layers to prevent it from lifting. We're hoping that that works this time. I think I might have overheated it last time, or I didn't fuzz it enough. So I'm just going to get just a touch of wax because, and I'm going to just go like that and push my wax around, and we're just putting a little bit on the surface. It doesn't take much. Okay, so that is just a little hint that helps with layering. Okay, so now we'll bring back our fuzzing cloth. We have the peas right here. We're gonna pull that off. We're gonna line it up. It is just gonna go just like that. There are registration marks that you can line up, but I just like to eyeball it. And then you're just gonna push it down and get your air bubbles out. And we're gonna do that with our radishes too. So make sure that they're the right way. The number goes down at the bottom. Just gonna line that up, smooth it out. Okay, so this is the one that we use for the carrots. This is orange peel. This is parakeet. This is what we're using for our peas, and then we have candy apple red for the radishes. So I'm just stirring it, making sure that it's the right consistency still. Gonna spoon some onto the transfer. And I'm gonna wipe the side of the jar that I dripped it down. AKA messy crafter. I can't help it. It is just me. Ask anyone that knows me. I get the job done, but sometimes I'm a little messy. And I don't worry. Just clean it up. So I'm spreading this through my transfer, getting a nice even coat. This is our main color of this. So it's going to stand out just like this. Just like that. Okay. Setting this to the side, going to peel my transfer. Okay, much better. So it did pull up a little bit of the white, but I think I actually like that. It makes it look a little rustic. All right, so now we're gonna do our radishes. We're gonna use our candy apple red for our radishes. We're just smoothing it out. Gonna put the excess back into the jar. And remember, we're going to take good care of our transfers because these are reusable. You can use them over and over. You just have to wash them. So you put them into a water bath and then they will be cleaned up. And it did take up a little bit, but hey, I think it's actually perfect. Yay. I like it that way. So those go into a water bath, and then afterwards, I will wipe them with Clorox wipes to clean them. So I'm just going to dry this layer, and then we're going to wax it. And I think this kind of gives it a rustic look where it pulled up. You can see the color change as it dries. Especially on the green, it's darkening up. You just want to continually move your heat gun or your hair dryer, whichever you're using. You don't want to bubble up your chalk paste. If you hold it in one place, it will bubble it up off of your surface. And then you want to return your board to room temperature. So I'm just have it on air right now. We're getting the heat back down and out of the board. And you're always going to feel your board and make sure it's not too hot before you put your next transfer on. Okay, so I'm feeling my board. We're going to take our rag and we're going to put some wax on here just like we did the last layer. This is a really slick surface. This is not a painted chalkboard. This is a plasticky chalkboard from Michael's, and sometimes I wonder if that is why we get our chalk paste will peel up a little bit, is that the surface is just too slick, and that's possible. I'll have to test this out on a regular painted chalkboard and see. All right, so I have that, and our next layer, we didn't get to this point, so we are going to fuzz these really well. So this is our next layer. These I did not use during my live because the chalk paste had pulled up. So this is going to be done with our black velvet, but I'm going to fuzz this 5 times to get off a lot of the sticky so it's not going to stick. Okay, and I'm going to just line it up here. I'm just looking through and lining it up with the underneath. And then I'm just going to smooth it out. You don't want any little air bubbles under there. I'm going to do the same thing with this. We're just going to try this. We're going to do it 5 times because it is a top layer. So it has a lot of layers that it could pull up, and we don't want that. Was that 4? And this is 5. Okay, so our awesome new fuzzing cloth. I love it. All right, so I'm just going to lay this down. Get this lined up. And this is going to be in black. So this is our detail. Like on the carrots, you can see that that is done. And this could have been up just a little bit. I'm getting used to these, and it's okay. I really don't care if it's not perfect because this is kind of a rusticy sign. And I'm gonna seal this. I'm gonna take it to my craft show next weekend. Not this weekend, next weekend, and I will sell this. So I'm just spreading this chalk paste through the transfer, through the open areas, and then the excess is going to go back into my jar because that can be reused. Finding a place to set my squeegee. Okay, and then I'm just going to pull this up. All right. Cool. And that is how it is supposed to look, just like that. All right, and it might be a little bit off, but I am not worried about it. I think that the transfer is that way. And it did not pull, it pulled off like little tiny pieces of white, and that's all. It just kind of made it rusty. Don't stress over those small things. The words are supposed to look like that also. The words just kind of look faded. So here is the radishes. right, and I wanted to film this fixing of my boo-boo so that you can see that it is easy to fix it. It's sad that it happened in the first place, but you can go back and you can fix the whole thing and it will be fine. Don't stress. And that is exactly how it's supposed to be shaded like that. This turned out the way it's supposed to. Perfect. Yay. So, guys, moral of the story is you're going to mess up. You're going to have times when you're like, man, crap, oh, dang. Maybe a few other words that come out. But don't give up. Keep going. It's okay. We are all going to mess up. We are all going to have little oopsies, and we can fix them. That's the great thing about Chalk Couture, is that it's water soluble. Go back and see my live. Watch the live. I just took these Clorox wipes and I just wiped off the ones that were messed up, and I started over. And if there's an area like this is bugging me right here, you're simply going to take a little Q-tip and you are going to fix that. You're just going to, or a little paintbrush or a stylus, like that little area bugged me. So now that little area is filled in and I'm okay with that. So, hey guys, that is it for today. And I'm looking at this going, there might be a couple other areas that are bugging me, like this little area here. So you can do that. You can go back and you can touch it up. If you're unhappy about it, you can take a paintbrush, you can take a stylus, you could sit there and touch it up and it would be fine. But I really like the rustic look. I like that it came off in different areas, and it's minimal. And the words I'll show, everything looks the way it's supposed to. So there you go, guys. Wanted to show you that. Wanted you to see that it could be fixed, that I don't give up. I just keep going. It just took us longer, that's all. So have a great day, guys. And if you want to know more about Chalk Couture, just leave me a message below. I'd be happy to send you any information you need. Thanks.